welcome. There are many traditions and challenges along the AT. There's the 4-state challenge, the Connecticut challenge. I'm not interested in any of those. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the half-gallon challenge, where I will attempt to eat a gallon of ice cream, so this pint, and this 1.5 quarts, in one sitting. I think like most of the trail, I am not rushing to do this in a certain time. I just want it to be done. I just want to eat some ice cream.
I think the record's like unattainable anyway.
It's like 3 minutes. I'm not doing that.
It's not going to defrost. You'd have to wait for it to defrost and drink it. So.
Plus, I will be answering some of your questions, which is obviously going to take some time. So Tribute is here to moderate the questions. Excuse him, he has a possible cold. He is also here to make sure that I don't throw up, or to help me finish if I can't. So, are you ready?
I myself am going to eat some chips and soda.
Wow. Let's see if this is actually defrosted yet. I got peach for this one, and I have strawberry cheesecake for that one. So, are we starting?
Do you want me to time you on?
I was running. Good. Also, excuse any background noise. There's obviously other people here.
Okay, so someone does want to know, what is your relationship with Tribute?
Okay.
AKA this guy right here.
So, I met him on the approach trail. He was half dehydrated. And I gave him my water.
Clinging to life.
And he's just been following me ever since. No, I'm just kidding. So, we are married, and we have been for quite some time. And that is all you need to know.
You're not necessarily more expensive.
We don't have like... I'm also not wearing it ready because I don't want to lose it in
Yeah,
the mountains.
I got that a lot in the beginning. People were like, but you're not wearing rings. And I'm like, well, who's going to wear a ring in the woods? I don't know, it just seems silly.
It sounds like a recipe for losing it. There's a few things here. Why did you move to the UK? This guy.
No. I moved to the UK to get a degree. I won't tell you what it is because it's very specific. Then I met Tribute. And then I decided to stay. So yeah.
And most importantly, what's your favourite Zelda game?
That's a tough one. I think it's a tie between Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild.
We've got someone asking for information about the necklace you're wearing.
Oh, my necklace? I mean, there's not really a story. It is of a mountain and trees, and I got it at a Renaissance fair. And it's just my everyday necklace, so that's it.
Yeah. Someone asking if you use a GPS device as well. Like, do you think it's necessary?
So we both have, what is it? The
Garmin InReach Messenger.
Yes.
Not the Mini.
So it doesn't have any of the mapping capabilities. It's just a messenger. But I have one and Tribute has one. And yeah, for me it's peace of mind. My mother needs to know where I am every single day, so that's why we use it to check it in the morning, check it in the evenings. And then Tribute also has tracking on his. I think he's got it set to every hour. I know some people think it's overkill, but I don't know. It's peace of mind, and I do like having one. It depends on the bits of the trail. Some bits of the trail have a lot of signal. Some of them don't. So it's just peace of mind for me every night, knowing that there is some way that I can message my family. So, yeah.
Yeah. And it's helpful, I think, that we both have one, even though we're hiking together. It's good that we both have one, just in case we do get, like, split up one night, and we can message each other. It's like that. Better to have it and not need it, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We got one from someone saying that we both look much younger than when we started. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And I guess, do you feel different? as well as just
Yeah.
looking different.
I mean, obviously. I think I haven't had as dramatic of a physical
Yeah.
transformation as you. But I mean, you definitely do feel different. I feel stronger. I'm much more aware of like my muscles. I actually have like core strength now. Things do fit me differently. But yeah, I never came out here with like weight loss as a focus or anything else. It's just nice to know that you feel strong. I think for me, that's it.
I definitely feel different.
Oh yeah.
It is, yeah, physically it's just more noticeable, I guess, with me.
Yeah.
How are we doing budget-wise?
Oh, that's a good question.
More or less expensive than you planned?
So we pay for things ourselves. We don't have a joint pot or anything. To be honest, I'm really bad about adding things up because I don't want to know. But I did do it in Damascus. So Damascus was about a month and a half in for us. And when I added everything up, by Damascus I had spent 1,200. Obviously most of that was on accommodation, so hostels, hotels, whatever. I also spent a lot of money on town food. I think that's my second biggest expense is town food. Because I just like to eat.
And you can usually spend like a week's worth of food budget in one restaurant.
I keep my resupply pretty cheap. I would say I spend about $40 to $50 for about 4 to 5 days. Because I don't buy fancy dehydrated meals. So I save money on that. We very rarely pay for shuttles. What else? I also really haven't bought any gear.
Yeah.
The only gear that I bought was a piece of Tyvek, replacement insoles for my shoes, and then that stupid stove that I lost. But yeah, other than that, I mean, full disclosure, we have had family offer to pay for like a night in a hotel here and there. And then when my mom comes, she insists on paying for a resupply. So that has saved us some money here and there. But I'd say on average we're doing pretty well.
I think we budgeted about $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
A little over.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Have you got any unexpected costs?
Other than losing a stove now.
Yeah. I did. I probably should have expected to have to buy more clothing. But
No, that's not something that I have done. So yeah.
okay, we've got someone saying they're a wee baby beginner backpacker, as we were in the beginning.
I still feel like a baby beginner backpacker.
I know. Wee baby beginner backpacker. Do you have any advice for someone new to backpacking? Things you wish you'd known when you started?
I don't feel like I am qualified to give advice because I still feel new. But if you must, I don't know. I really don't think backpacking is any more complicated than it is made out to be. It's essentially you're hiking plus camping. So as long as you enjoy both, then I don't think it's anything super complicated. In terms of the hiking bit, I would say just be comfortable with the weight that you're carrying. Do trips where you really just build your endurance carrying that much weight. In terms of the actual camping, I think for me, it's just getting enough practice with setting up all my stuff quickly. I think that's the thing that made me nervous in the beginning. Was like, I don't know how to put up my tent. I don't know how to cook anything. So just getting practice doing all of that stuff, so that when you do get to camp, you can set it up really quickly. Also, reminded me of this because of the group that came to the shelter last night.
Yeah.
But there are places and organizations. So like last night at the shelter, there was a huge group from REI that had come in for a guided trek. So all of their gear was provided for them, and they had someone guiding them on a specific trail. So that might be an option for you if you're new and if you don't have anyone to go backpacking with.
Especially if you don't want to buy all the gear to then find out you don't like it.
Yeah. So maybe seeing if you can join something like that, where you're with other people, you can ask questions. You know, you don't feel as lost. So that's what I would suggest. Oh wait, hold on. First one's done.
Quick.
How long was that? Okay, just less than 13 minutes. Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna start on the strawberry cheesecake now, which I've been promised is good.
I think you just thought out it.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
How do you feel?
I'm scared. I don't know if I should have started with this one.
Has the trail so far been what you expected it to be? And apparently we make a great team.
To be honest, I did not want to have any expectations going into the trail. I didn't really watch very many YouTube videos. I didn't listen to podcasts. Like, I knew the basic stuff. But I didn't want to go in with any, like, preconceived notions of, like, bits of the trail that people found harder, or, I don't know.
Someone's saying they love all your accompanying music. So, can you tell us a bit about that?
There's not much to say. So, I don't know. I think music is quite important. So I pay for a monthly subscription to a music library that lets me use everything without having to worry about copywriting. So when I edit my videos, I basically dump all my videos in, I fix all the audio levels, and then I go onto the music library. You can filter all your music by genre, mood, theme. So I just go through. I tend to gravitate towards either like indie or folk music, and I just kind of see what fits the vibe of the video. But yeah, everything is always listed in the description. I don't know if people bother reading descriptions, but yeah, all the music is always listed there.
Do you still get muscle soreness? Is that constant, or is it just like initial and your trail legs have kicked in?
I think there's a difference between muscle soreness and hiker hobble. So I definitely noticed like the first 2 weeks I was very sore, like especially in my core.
Yeah.
I was very sore in my core, my arms, just everything that you're not used to working out. That's pretty much gone now. But I do still have the hiker hobble. So anytime I get up after I've been sitting, or anytime I like if I wake up in the morning, I cannot walk. But I think that is a standard. I hope that's a standard thing.
I think it happens to everyone. I've seen people get up and just bounce around camp, like unable to use their legs properly.
So I don't know. I don't know when it's going to go away, but we'll see.
So at this point, so the halfway point in the trail, not this. We're far from halfway here.
Yeah.
What have you learned about yourself hiking this far, and what's one of your big takeaways from the trail?
I've learned that I'm a lot stronger than I gave myself credit for, both physically and mentally. And I guess that kind of ties in with the takeaway from the trail, is that like things seem a lot worse than they are. Like you look at the mountain ahead of you and you're like, that looks so terrible. and then the next thing you know, you're at the top, and it's not that bad. And I guess another main takeaway related to that is like, you're gonna have to do it anyways, so
Yeah.
just get it over with.
It's
Like,
not going to make the mountain any flatter.
exactly, just do the climb. You might be dreading it the whole time, but it's gonna happen anyways, and it's gonna pass, and then you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
And then you do the same thing for 2,000 more miles.
Is there anything you do differently for the second half of the trail? I feel like we've got it down.
Hiking wise, or I wish we could wake up earlier. I know that's not going to happen. But otherwise, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with. I'm happy with our pace. I'm happy with our balance of like experience and miles. We're not in a rush, so why rush it? I don't know.
I feel like we've got it down to a good, comfortable level in the first half without having to change it. Gear questions.
Okay.
The one time you will answer gear questions. So, which tent do you prefer, the Rainbow or the X-Mid? Assuming they're both one person.
So they're not. We both have two-person tents. So I have the tarp tent of the Rainbow. You have the Durston X-Mid, two X-Mid. I don't know. I can speak to my experience as an owner of one and a sometimes user of another one. I like mine because it's easy to put up and it has a smaller footprint, so I can fit into a lot of spaces more easily. I would say it's also been very durable so far. I have the separate rain fly, and I've never really had a problem with leaks or anything. The thing I don't like about it, I find the porch for mine is quite small, so I have to bring my bag inside my tent, which is fine because I have the space for it. But like sometimes it's a little grubby or a little wet, and you just don't want that in your tent. So I do wish it had a bigger porch. It's also a single wall, which does get a little annoying when it rains and like it just everything's together and you're rolling up the entire thing and it gets muddy and wet and it's all just sloshing around together. So I don't like that. I think for yours, I find yours complicated to put up.
Get used to it.
Oh no, here, the other thing that I don't like about mine is that it's meant to be, so obviously you have the single pole, and you can use the stakes for it. You're also meant to be able to use it freestanding, but I can't seem to find any trekking poles that are long enough to be freestanding with it, so I haven't been able to do that with it yet. The thing I like about yours is that the porch is really big. I like that your outer and inner bits can detach, so you can put it up and stay dry. I don't like the fact that yours is absolutely massive. And yours is also weird because it's not, the footprint of the tent isn't necessarily, this doesn't make sense, but like, yours is offset. It's offset from itself.
It's a square footprint, but the inside is like a parallelogram.
Yeah,
Right,
so you have to think about
shifted.
when you're looking at a pitch, you have to think about, okay, where's my body actually going to be?
Yeah.
Which I find quite complicated, and I think yours is quite complicated to set up. At least too complicated for me to bother with. So that's what I don't like about yours.
So another minor gear question. Would you carry a bear can again?
Absolutely, 100%. For me, it's really just about not wanting to ever bother with hanging my bear bag. There have been places we've gone to where you either have a difficult time finding a branch, or you're just too tired. And I know I'm lazy, so for me, the bear canister is so easy. I literally can just throw it anywhere, and I don't have to worry about it. A lot of people have gotten lazy and now sleep with their food, which don't ever do that. I think it's so irresponsible. So if you can't be bothered to hang your bag, might as well just carry a canister. I mean, for me, because in the UK we don't have any bear stuff, so I didn't know until I came here a few weeks before we started. I didn't really know how much it weighed.
You just knew you wanted one.
Yeah, but I mean, I picked it up in the store, and for me, as soon as I picked it up, I knew that the weight was worth not having to bother to hang it. So, yeah, I'm happy with mine. And you can put stickers all over it. So, I'm still going to carry it. I've carried it halfway, so I'm going to keep carrying it. It's my emotional support bear canister. It's going to come with me to the top of Katahdin, so absolutely.
And finally, what is your best and worst experience in the AT? What do you think the hardest part of it is, and what's the best part of it?
Like singular experience? I would say it's a hard question to answer because I don't like thinking of one best thing, or the best types of experiences are like, I don't know, days where they're really productive, but mile-wise, but you also enjoy yourself. Like that day that we went into Irvine and then we biked around after that. That was a really nice day. Days where you're like, you have a really big climb ahead of you and you finally get to the top. Those are really good moments. Whenever you get unexpected kindness from a stranger or trail magic that's really needed. So, yeah, things like that. What was the rest of the question?
What was the hardest part? So, what's the best and worst experience? So, there's not really any singular ones, are there, I suppose, but... And just, yeah, what was the hardest part of the AT?
I think it's a mental game. I think a lot of it, the difficulties are mental. I think for me, I really struggle with drastic changes in weather. I feel like that affects my experience a lot. So having the mental capacity to acknowledge that it sucks, but like being able to push past it, I think is the most difficult thing. And what makes it different from like just a day hike.
Yeah.
Is that knowing that like you have to do this day in and day out, and trying to find ways to overcome like really bad weather that's coming up or whatever. Okay. So I think that concludes the Q&A.
All the questions.
Thank you for all your cues. Maybe if you enjoyed this, I will do it again.
No, you just got to finish all that. We'll show them how much is left. We'll finish this one then.
You know, it's because I've been talking,
Yeah,
so I haven't been eating it as fast.
That's why.
I need to sit up.
We're going to jump around. Keep eating. Like, don't record by failure. No, you do it. You got it.
Many unbearable hours later.
That's me.
Yeah.
I will keep this forever now.